pedagogy to?
Well, the circle singing was a new idea to me last year, although it's been around for years. Many musicians have done it or used it, but I've never really seen anyone use it in a choral setting as a teaching tool. But my kids enjoyed it so much, we just came back and experimented, did a little improv, and in the back of my mind, as far as teaching technique, I was thinking this may enable some of them to hear harmonies in a different way. That it's not, okay, sing the third, or go up 2 pitches, or go from do to mi, or mi to so, but to just begin to hear it and develop that natural ear for the harmonies. We teach to the page so often that they sometimes don't know how to go away from the music that's written. You and I talked about this earlier. They don't know how to go away from the technical printed page and just make music sometimes. So that's how all of this got started, and when Rosephanye Powell and I first spoke about it, I mentioned it to her, so she used it. It was kind of like a little seed that got started. I think it might be a good idea for a new teacher or someone new to this piece to experiment with a little circle singing. It might push you out of your comfort zone a little bit. That might be okay. Maybe a new way of teaching for someone. It was new for me. And then I think I would also spend some time talking about the text and how the text does move from that personal statement to the community statement. Maybe not say it so succinctly and so quickly that it's done, but lead the kids in a way that they can discover what that text is really saying. When I sing, I have a personal feeling in a personal place that the music takes me, and I'm glad to travel there. So maybe just a little exploration of the text from when I to when we. Vocally, I think the harmonies, a couple of the harmonies are a little bit unusual, so they may take a little bit more for the ear, but as we were going through the composition process, I tried to listen to what my kids were doing naturally. Did they want to sing when we, or when we? Which one felt most natural? Because we wrote both. We wrote both kinds of ideas at different times, and then I would hear kids singing it one way that felt natural. I thought maybe that's what it needs to be. So we tried to write some melodic lines and harmonic lines that would feel natural to any of these kids learning it. I don't think it will be that difficult in that regard. There are a few cadences that are a little unusual, a little unexpected, a little, even for our wide open multicultural world, a little bit unexpected. So maybe spend a little time on those more difficult harmonies. The range of the music, the actual range, is not too high, I don't think, for middle school or junior high students. Not too low. I think the lowest pitch may be a B flat, A flat, highest pitch E flat or F. So a good comfortable range for the students. One of the things I learned from working with Rosephanye Powell is I was reminded that many of the students will sit low on their voice for the lower pitches and not really get those pitches up in the right register. So there may be some reminding that needs to go on about lifting the voice above in a certain register so that they can sing those pitches instead of sing those pitches. And there may be some instruction that's given in that regard, because there are some phrases that begin kind of lower in the range for the women. But I think it's, of course, a great SSA piece. I think it's accessible. I think it will be successful. I think it has so many elements in it that keep it interesting and fresh. And of course, the circle singing can be new. If you were to use the music, purchase it this year, and then you use it again 3 years from now, or with a different group 5 years from now, it may not be the same, because that's basically how it was designed, to have a little freedom. So I think you'll find a success in learning the piece of music.
I love it.